Hey man, you looking to make all kinds of muscle, man? You do. You wanna know how I got all these gains, man? Leverages. All kinds of leverages. Topic of the video today, leverages, bruh. Let's begin. Now, when I talk about leverages, I usually associate leverages with torso length, arm length, leg length. Of course, your range of motion, how tall you are, also can play a huge role. As you know, people who are shorter, of course, they can move more weight just because they don't have to move as much. So, how to beat the manlets at their own game? Know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking. But Matt Ogus, I'm talking to you. How to beat the manlets at their own game. Work on different stances, different techniques that you can utilize. Leverages can also play a role in your positioning of the bar, how far over the bar you are. Basically what you want to do, you want to recruit with the right amount of leverage. You can recruit the right muscles without having to utilize one's, for example, in the deadlift, like your lower back as much. Your deadlift is supposed to be basically a passive exercise for the back, while mainly focusing glutes, hamstrings, posterior chain, etc. So I'm on a slant here, but let's start off with the starting off position here. So I see a lot of people when they come here, they usually start over the bar hanging down like this, or they'll have their hips up in the air like this, and then they'll come up. And to be honest, it kind of feels and looks like a straight leg deadlift. So with your straight leg deadlift, you're utilizing more of your lower back, somewhat similar to like a good morning. You're utilizing your hamstrings, but your lower back erectors are coming in. The way we utilize leverages in this exercise is that you want to have the bar as close to you as possible. You don't want to hang over the bar, because by hanging over the bar, you're going to utilize more of your lower back. Or you're going to try to recruit our glutes, our hamstrings, and our quads. The way we do that is by lowering our hips, keeping our back nice and straight, by expanding our chest, bringing back our shoulder blades, pushing off with our heels when we start the lift, and just really trying to focus on keeping that back straight, tight, firm, keeping your core tight, engaging all your muscles to keep that power locked down, and this is what it should look like. So when I start off, for me, I kind of thrust forward just to make sure that I want to utilize my hips into this. I'm not hyperextending, I'm just utilizing my hips. I'm hip driving. So I'm gonna come up, come down, hit the bar. So my starting position, usually what I do, if the bar is down here, I have 135. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna straighten out my back, like so. So my rear delts are coming into play. I'm also gonna turn my elbows inward, just to make sure that I keep it back. I'm tensing at my glutes right now. And so usually what I'll do after that, I'll come back in like this, my back tight, push off with my heels, come up. And then I keep that position down, up, down, up, down. So for those who are, genetically endowed, who are a little taller, of course you have a longer range of motion to go through. So of course, if you want to still try to achieve that same leverage, what you'll end up having to do is either do, you can still try to do conventional, of course, but if it becomes an issue, excuse the dog, Doge, please. So what you want to do is get in a sumo stance. So of course, how that would look like, come here, bar again would be in front of you. Come down like this. You could, and it doesn't really necessarily, I mean, depends on what works for you for your stance. Of course, just get planted. Again, same thing. So the bar's up here. Bring back my shoulders. Visualize my glutes. My glutes are already engaged. Just come up. Down. Up. Try to push out my knees. Up. 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 Right, thrust. So what that would look like from the side. Here. Again. So, sumo stance. Same thing. Shoulders are back. Up. Now, the only thing that's kind of awkward is, at least for me, I think it has to do a little bit with my hip flexibility, just driving forward. It seems to be an issue just because I feel like tightness in my groin. So what I would recommend to you is try both out, see what you like, see what you don't. But realize keeping your chest out, keeping the bar close but in front of you, definitely going to help a lot.